I call this technical steep snow forest side hilling, because look at it, it's steep. Come on, bud.
Well, we have one villa available and it's $4,200 for the night.
Is it awesome?
It's pretty awesome.
We'll take it.
Stove, fuel. I forgot a mug, so I'm drinking out of my pot. I'm drinking a mocha to warm me up because it's very snowy up here in the spring. Welcome to Sproat Fire Lookout. I am in the renovated fire lookout that's existed since 1964, when 14 tons of concrete and cinder blocks were flown up here by helicopter, and they raised the previous fire lookout up onto this concrete block platform. It's 14 by 14 feet, and fire lookouts have stood here since 1940, when the very first one was erected up here on top of this ridge. The very first iteration of the fire lookout was a canvas tent. Nothing like the solid structure that's here right now. It was just a canvas tent, and that existed for 9 years until 1949. And then in 1949, they brought up, with pack horses, they brought up a prefabricated 8x8 style fire lookout, the one with the cupola on top. But it's cool to be up here. Very snowy. Probably no one's been up here all winter. It's nice. They've done a nice job painting it and renovating it. The windows are all in good condition. There's a little Coleman stove, kind of reminds me of one from my childhood in trailers, like a trailer style viewfinder for spotting fires. It's mounted up here in the center, and they have some sort of, maybe that's a propane or a white gas heater in a cage over there. There's a little bed frame, rustic, but it'll work for tonight. Yep, I can see some weather coming in. Mount Thor, Mount Odin have disappeared behind the clouds. It's looking like it's almost snowing over there across the way. But hopefully it clears up this evening. So, in the early days, everything was brought up here by pack horse. It was a 16-kilometer long trail from the town of Arrowhead. Arrowhead is down below underwater, because when the dam was built at Castlegar that created Arrow Lakes, it flooded what was the former town site of Arrowhead. So that was far down below there. You could imagine how tough and how rough that was to bring supplies up here. The early days, the heat was provided by coal power, and then later on they switched over to propane heater for heating and cooking. In the 1950s, helicopters became more advanced and more useful in utilitarian applications, and so the Forest Service could use the strength and the convenience of helicopters to fly up materials and personnel up to fire lookouts. It is maintained by the Revelstoke ATV Club, so thank you guys for doing a good job. On each of the 4 walls, there's a really detailed photograph of the view, and they've got all of the peaks and elevations mapped out on the skylines. It's really nice. It's the east, the south, the west, and the north, showing you everything that you're looking at, and it's real nice up here. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. Well, it's become pretty windy and gray, almost like it's snowing out there, so Nina and I are just inside, lying down on the cot, maxing and relaxing, because we are just gonna wait it out. Ain't that right, Nins? Do you like it up here? Do you like it up here? Listening to the sound of the wind whip around this lookout. I spy what my goal is tomorrow. There's a little bit of light showing up. Little bit of light. This is how we are drying our socks off, folks. I would just like to put on dry socks this morning. And these are still damp. Just turn this way. Up here. Up. So I've reached the point on the south ridge of Sproat where it narrows up into a rocky bluff. I'll show you here what it looks like, but we're going to be doing some scrambling in ski boots. Yeehaw! Hi, Nins. How you doing? Nice. Nice view. Good girl, Nina. How's that? Pretty sweet view, eh? Pretty sweet. There we go. That's the top. Mount Sproat. Far in the distance is Revelstoke. I am on the top of Mount Sproat, south of Revelstoke. Last night I slept in that fire lookout way down the ridge, and it's been a mostly calm, beautiful, still morning. A little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud. Mount Sproat summit is at an elevation of 2,439 meters. That's 8,002 feet. And I'm being very careful of these cornices on the south side behind me. Panoramic views are staggering in every direction. Truly so many mountains in British Columbia. All the way down to the Columbia River as it flows into Arrow Lake. To the north of me here, that's McRae. I haven't been up McRae yet, but I'd like to. There's a glacier you can ski on the north side. There's Ghost, that black, rocky obelisk. And then to the left of it, the Big Daddy, Mount Cartier. So many other large mountains to the west. Cranberry, Thor, Odin, and in the distance, Begbie, where I've been up there. I've been up Begbie before. So cool up here. Anyway, let's ride down. Let's have some fun. Like that? You killed it out there, babes.